Good morning.
Morning.
Oh boy.
You know what? I need to go get. I need to get like chocolate or
A
something.
glass of water? So Queenie just drank her Chinese medicine this morning, and it's different every week. She's getting an herbal Chinese medicine treatment in addition to some of the acupuncture that she's actually getting done on her to help with her endometriosis. And this was apparently the worst tasting herbal drink she's ever had. In fact, she said it was the worst tasting thing she's ever had, period.
Oh my god.
And she just drank it before we started.
You know when your mouth salivates? You just
Let's not bring that up to everyone, but yeah, they
when
can
you wanna
guess.
like your stomach wants to.
Get rid of what you just consumed.
And my eyes were watering. Just eating a huge chunk of chocolate.
Did you grab chocolate? That's hilarious. I'm sure it will go well.
Oh, it's so gross. Like,
You're actually sweaty.
I
Your
am.
face is sweaty.
I told you that last time when I drank it, I had stress sweats when I was drinking it.
It's not lots of ginger, actually. We love ginger.
I don't know what it's the most disgust. Like I've had really bad, like herbal.
To put in perspective, if you know anything about Chinese medicine or drinks from Hong Kong, like I really like yasai mei, which is 24 things.
It's 24 herbs.
24 herbs. It tastes
I should not have drank
bad
it before class.
compared.
Like
some
normal drinks just taste like dirt and like bitter. This one is like.
If you need a minute, it's okay. It's fine. Don't worry.
By the way, I cut my hair. I need a minute.
Yeah, go take a minute. That's okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Bye. So I'll just drink this quickly. It's rough. Thank you, Be Yoga, for sponsoring us this month. What a month. Really appreciative of everyone that's taken part. Queenie and I have been really enjoying leading these practices. Yeah, Queenie's hair looks fantastic. She decided to go shoulder length, and I'm loving it. This is the last session of the month. Believe it or not, we are going to announce the winner of our giveaway on Friday. All right. Let's find a comfortable seated position. You can sit cross-legged or kneeling. Stat the spine up nice and tall. And we'll go ahead and get started. Close your eyes. Begin to follow your breath in through your nose, out through your nose. Just letting that be comfortable and easy. Smoothly flowing here. Bring some attention to your shoulders and draw the shoulders up, back, and down. Just notice the space you have there across your heart. Bring attention to your foundation and press your sit bones down to the floor as the crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Just feeling the spine get a little taller. And bringing attention to your jaw, your mouth, your face. Just notice if you're pursing your lips or scrunching up your eyes. You relax the muscles in your face. The breath flows easily in through the nose, out through the nose. No resistance in the throat, the neck. No resistance in your chest and upper back, your ribs and mid-back, and your belly and low back. Bring some attention to your hands. And if you're holding them now, you're squeezing or bringing tension to them. Rest them somewhere where they can be at rest. So it might be face down, it could be face up. Try to bring some attention to softening the palms, the fingers, the wrists, the forearms. In that place of rest and ease, begin to turn your attention inwards. So that as you follow the breath here, each cycle of breath takes you deeper inside. Notice that the attention goes mostly to a physical point in the body, to your awareness in the mind, to an emotional state. If you've lost your rhythm of breath, come back to lengthening the inhales and the exhales. Allowing the torso to expand and contract. And take one more inhale here together. Fill all the way up. Open your mouth, sigh out the breath. Palms connect in prayer, heart center, thumbs rest into the sternum, beginning to the sound of a single Om. Inhale. Blink your eyes open. All right. I'll leave the movement. Roll over the legs. Let's find a tabletop position. In that tabletop position, turn your thumbs forward, your fingertips out, and we get to draw a few circles with your torso. How are you feeling?
Almost threw up, and then my mom came and stroked my back.
Oh boy.
For like 10 minutes.
It's a true reality show. This morning practice, everyone.
I have never, I drank all the other stuff before, even as a kid. This is
change direction with those circles.
The worst.
Rolling up your wrists, your knees might feel a little bit of rotation there as you roll across the kneecap. So just notice if there's any sensitivities today. Maybe all the sensitivity is in your tummy after hearing Queenie's story. One more breath.
Sorry.
Pause. stabilize in center. Bring the knees together. Sit your hips towards your heels and slide the palms back so they're face up next to the feet. Modified child's pose. Softening down to the floor. If you need to modify it further because you are uncomfortable in some way, go ahead and modify that shape. Take a breath into your low back, mid back, and upper back. Open your mouth, sigh out that breath. Nice. Carefully slide the palms under the shoulders, push down and sit up. Reach the arms out in front of you, interlace the fingers, and roll out your wrist. You're rolling here with the wrist, go one direction, and then try to change directions. Just notice if you're holding any sensitivity or discomfort in your wrist joints this morning. Maybe you've been doing too many push-ups, too many chaturangas.
You mean you?
Yeah. Part of the Wim Hof training I'm doing now, he's having us do like push-ups to completion. My body is like, I could do it, but my wrists are like, I can't do it. Okay, one more breath. Soften, relax, give the hands a little shake. We'll shift forward, plant the palms, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back. Find a downward facing dog. Lift the sit bones up. You can pedal up the heels, nod your head yes, shake your head no. Notice the sensation in your shoulders, the length of your torso, the back of your legs. Nice. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Take a big giant step to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. And exhale, fold. And root down to the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach tall. Exhale, draw palms through prayer. Samsiddhi. Tadasana. Nice. In that Tadasana shape, shift the weight to the left foot. Push down. Drive the right knee up. Nice. Pause here. Try to keep standing tall through the torso. That same feeling that we found in our meditation earlier, just tall and neutral. The breath still flowing in through the nose, out through the nose. Feeling the right hip flexor engage to keep that leg lifted. Now start to notice if you're lifting the right hip up to lift the right leg up. Can you keep the right hip pulling down as you draw the right knee up? Good morning, right hip flexor. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, start to hinge forward. Reach the right foot straight back, the arms back. Warrior 3 for a brief moment, just a moment with a little bend in that left knee. So you actually feel the back of the right leg, the hip extensors turn on. Just one more breath in that Warrior 3. Exhale, bend the left knee, put the right foot all the way down to the floor. Lower the right knee down and untuck the toes. Hips compress forward. Feel the right hip flexors get tugged long here, a nice stretch. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Reach just the right arm up, left hand's on the left hip. Exhale, squeeze, left side body, lengthen the right. You've got it. Begin to turn your heart to the floor outside that left foot. Plug the right elbow outside the thigh. Now if you want a bit less twist, you can take the palm down to the floor. Start to lean the left shoulder blade back and look up over the left shoulder towards the ceiling. Breathe here in your twist. Just one more inhale. All right, exhale to release through center. Both hands down to the floor. Frame that left foot. You might wiggle it forward to touch. Shift your hips back. Half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana. A little tugging there into the back of the left thigh. You can turn your toes out to access more of the outer edge, or turn the toes in, accessing more of the inner edge. All of us in our hamstrings will hold tension somewhere slightly different. Try to dial in that stretch to work for you today. Just one more breath.
Don't mind me.
Exhale, bend into the left knee, tuck the back toes, plant the palms, step the left foot all the way back. From high plank, lower down to your belly. Pressing into the tops of the feet. Inhale, peel up chest and chin, baby or full cobra, whatever works for you. Exhale, lower back down. 2 more times. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. And last time, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Press yourself up to tabletop. And in that tabletop, this time we'll turn the fingers all the way around. So the fingers face the knees, the thumbs face the outer edge of the mat. Breathe. Instead of drawing circles, start to shift back and forth. forward and back, stretching into the wrist flexors. Don't overdo it. Just a gentle sway forward and back. Nice. Breathe. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. The neck is still nice and long. Last couple breaths there. Alright, you can release, sit towards your heels. Interlace the fingers, the other thumb on top this time, and roll out your wrists. We'll skip the child's pose.
You can do it. I'll just modify. Just do whatever you want in the class. I will modify.
That's okay. Just one more breath there.
Capable of modifying.
This is true. You should be. Okay, relax, release. Bring the hands forward, plant the palms, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal up the heels. Give your head a little shake. Yes, shake a no. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, step or jump, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale to fold. And rooting down into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up, grow tall. Exhale, drop palms through Parasamasadhi, Tadasana. Shifting the weight to the right foot, push down, drive the left knee up. So as the left knee drives up, feeling the left hip flexor engage there to lift the leg up. But notice if that means your hip starts to hike up as well, pull the left hip down and the right hip slightly up. The pelvis stays pretty level there. You just feel that effort in the left hip flexor. Torso is nice and tall. Still just breathing comfortably in through the nose and out through the nose. Just one more breath here, I know.
It's a bit of effort.
And then start to hinge forward, lean forward, send the left leg straight back and the arms back as well there. Breathe, warrior three for just a moment. The right knee can stay a little bent if you wish. Hopefully you're feeling the back of that left hip, your hip extensors turn on as well. One more breath. Okay, exhale, bend that right knee more. Place the left foot to the back of the mat. Lower the knee down, untuck the toes. Hips can press forward and down, lengthening the left hip flexors even further. Right hand on the right hip, left arm reaches up. Squeeze right side body and lengthen the left. We find a little side bend to begin here. Breathing space into left side. And then hinging towards the right side, take the left elbow outside the right thigh, or you can bring the left palm down to the floor, inside the right foot. Pull that right shoulder back even more. Can you look over the right shoulder up towards the ceiling or the back wall? Just one more inhale. All right, exhale, release through center. Fingertips frame the right foot, and we look forward, touch, shift your hips back. The left hip stacks on top of the left knee. The right leg is extended in Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Keep extending through the spine. You can also add a little bit of rotation there to the thigh bone. If you turn the toes out, more that lateral edge of your hamstrings, turn the toes in, more the medial or the inner edge. Breathe. Just one more breath. All right, open your mouth, side out, bend into the right knee, plant the palms, pick up the back knee. Step the right foot all the way back, and from high plank, lower down to your belly. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, peel up, chest and chin, baby cobra or full cobra. Exhale to lower. Two more. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Last time. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Push yourself up to tabletop. Now this time in tabletop, walk the knees a bit further forward. Take the back of your hands down to the floor, closer to your knees. The fingertips are close to the knees. The thumbs are touching each other. It's the back of the hands down on the floor, right? It's the back of your hands. At first, maybe you're just working on straightening the elbows, right? For a few of us, the elbows will be bent out to the sides. That's okay. Work to straighten them. For others, if you're feeling pretty confident, pretty comfortable, we start to sit back a little bit towards your heels.
If this is really uncomfortable, I would say lift your hands, sit back on your heels, bring your hands next to your body,
Exactly.
and then the back of the hands can come down. So then you're really controlling how much weight you're pushing into your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
So
idea.
you can have it next to your legs rather than in front.
Wrist extensors tend to get fairly tight, and it's one of the parts of the body that maybe you don't stretch that often. Just 1 or 2 more breaths. I know it can be intense. Okay, release. Interlace your fingers, whatever way is most comfortable. Roll out the wrist. Shake them out.
This feels the best.
Like a Polaroid picture. Okay. All right. Coming back to that kneeling shape. Push into the shins. Lift your hips up. Come into an upright kneeling shape. Tuck your tailbone slightly and press the hips forward in that upright kneeling shape. Nice. Continue to expand across the heart. So don't dump into your low back. We're lifting up through the upper chest. Camel prep. You don't have to go all the way into your full Ustrasana or camel pose. Maybe you're just having hands on the hips, pushing the hips forward, keeping the chin actually tucked so we don't overdo it going into the back bend. We're thinking more length across hip flexors and abdominal wall. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, pull yourself up. Pause for a second. Give the shoulders a little shrug. Maybe you're going a little bit deeper. If you're going deeper today, the toes can be tucked or untucked. It's up to you. Option 1 is as you push the hips forward and draw the shoulders back, heart is lifting up. Maybe the hands just walk down towards your hamstrings. You push into your hamstrings, squeezing the elbows towards each other. Right? You don't have to go all the way towards the ankles. You can also reach towards the ankles or the heels and find your full expression of Ustrasana, camel pose, lengthening across front side body. Chin can stay tucked, or as long as the neck feels okay, you can begin to look up and then back into your full Ustrasana. Last breath or 2, your version of Ustrasana. Use an exhale, strongly pull yourself all the way back up. Very nice. Lower your hips to your heels, take the knees wide, crawl the hands forward, Balasana, child's pose. No rush to get there. Forehead down to the mat, softening into the floor. Just try to get this pose a little bit more passive, less active, so everything gets a bit softer. The hips, the shoulders, the length of your spine. Notice the rhythm of your breath as it flows in through the nose, out through the nose. One more inhale. Open your mouth, sigh it out. You can shift up through tabletop and turn around, lie down. Once you're lying flat on your back, take an inhale. As you exhale, draw the right knee in towards your chest, interlace the fingers over that shin, pull the right thigh nice and close. You can slide the knee more out to the right armpit, creating some extra space for the femur bone to creep across the front hip point. And then just like when we were standing, this is a little bit more passive because we're using our arms to draw the leg in, but notice the orientation of your pelvis. Can you pull the right hip down and the left hip slightly up? There's a little bit of a tension there to the orientation of the pelvis. Just one more big breath here. As you sigh that breath out, release the right leg, let it go all the way to the back of your mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw the left knee in, interlace the fingers over the shin, pull the thigh nice and close. And it might move more towards the left armpit, creating extra space for that hip. And again, noticing the orientation here of the pelvis. You pull the left hip down, right hip slightly up. That means the left hip moves away from your left armpit. The right hip tries to lift up towards the right armpit. Actually engages the core a little bit. All right, one more inhale. Open your mouth, sigh it out, release, let that leg go back. You can pause there for neutral, take an inhale. Exhale, hug both legs into your chest. Give your legs a little squeeze. You can rock to the left and to the right, massaging the muscles running up and down your spine. Nice. Option 1, you can find a modified happy baby, just holding the shins just below the knees. Knees go pretty wide. Try to keep your low back and sacrum connected to the mats. Breathe here. Option 2 is to flex the feet. Reach across the inner thighs, the shins, catch the outer edge of your feet or the heels. Find a happy baby. And if you're really uncomfortable in this shape and your baby isn't happy, then modify your baby until it's a bit happier. Breathe here. One nice thing about your happy baby as well is as you're gripping the outer edge of the feet or the heels, if you're in that version, you can play with decompressing the wrists a little bit. Push the feet up into the grip of your hands, and actually is going to get some decompression there on the wrist and the shoulders. This pose isn't only about your hips. It isn't only about feeling you might have in hamstrings for some of us that are tighter. It can be about the area that you send your attention to. Last big inhale. Open your mouth, sigh out the breath. Connect the soles of the feet and let the pinky edge of your foot come all the way down to the mat. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. You can rest your palms face down on the hips or leave them resting face up next to the hips. Up to you. Try to bring your attention to softening the entire body just as we did in our meditation. Your face, your arms, your torso, your hips, your legs, your hands and your feet. If you're very comfortable in this shape and you'd like to remain in your butterfly for Shavasana, you're welcome to stay in that shape. If you'd prefer to straighten the legs and lie flat, then simply straighten your legs carefully. Rest your palms face up next to your thighs. Find Shavasana, corpse pose. And just for a few moments, settle into that stillness. Nothing else you have to achieve or accomplish. If you need longer in Shavasana, go for it. Please stay. If you're coming back, begin to lengthen your inhales and your exhales. Move your fingers, move your toes, turn your head side to side. Inhale, give yourself a stretch. And exhale, soften. Again, one more time. Inhale, stretch it out. And exhale to soften. Bend your knees, either roll to one side or rock up into a seated position. Sit cross-legged or kneeling. Stack the spine up nice and tall. Close your eyes. As you follow the breath here, in through the nose, out through the nose. Just acknowledge that space you've created for yourself this morning. We'll take one last inhale here, filling all the way up. Open your mouth, sigh out the breath. Palms connect in prayer, heart center, thumbs rest into the sternum. Closing to the sound of a single Om. Inhale. Thanks for being here this morning to share this energy. Please take some with you off the mat to share with the ones that you love. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Really appreciate you being here.
Thank you. It's the last class of this month.
Yeah.
Last class where we're doing the challenge, the giveaway. So thank you again for all of you who have joined us whenever you could, live or on the recording.
We are going to finalize the tally of all of your entries.
Might take a while, but you guys are awesome. So.
Well, we've been keeping a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And we are going to run the program to randomly choose our 3 winners.
Hopefully on Friday.
On Friday, we're going to announce the winners. Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, Chinese medicine works.
Not all Chinese medicine.
But it is.
Well, I mean, okay, I think I have a pretty good tolerance for Chinese medicine. It mostly tastes pretty bad, like especially if it's the medicinal, like prescribed specifically for you. But
it's not made to taste good. It's made to accomplish.
Yeah. There's a Chinese saying, it's like 富好冷呀, which means the more bitter, the more like the better, the more good it is for your body.
Well, we've said all the time, like often Western medicine, like the pills we take, it covers up symptoms. Chinese medicine, I remember I had a bit of a fever, wasn't feeling well in Hong Kong, and her grandma gave me like these little black pills, and like
they stink so
my
bad.
fever went up, and I was like shaking in bed, but then
it went away.
But then the next morning I was totally fine. So it is one of those things of like the medicine is rough, but then you actually get better.
Yeah, a little faster. It depends. Like there's different types of Chinese medicine too.
Sure.
There's also like this kind of tita, like if you kind of really sprain something or and they like go to town on it. Like they literally you could fix it in like one session, but you're like crying and screaming the whole time. Like that is like a very yang version of like I used to get it done when I first started to teach a lot of yoga and a lot of different injuries, a lot of strains and tendinitis. And my mom would get the guy to come and I'm literally screaming.
It's like the deepest tissue massage you've ever had.
And they use these special ointments that seep right into your muscles. Yeah. So it's like there is a side of traditional medicine, not just Chinese, all everywhere, that is like the philosophy almost of no pain, no gain in a way.
Yeah.
But there is also like a much softer side to it as well. Even with what I'm learning right now, my teachers are split into kind of like 2 sides. One side really kind of believes in, it's not pushing through, but again, it's not like pain, no gain. Like, but you see results really, really fast. And then my other few teachers be like, well, medicine should be least invasive.
Right.
And it's also like you don't want to traumatize your patient.
It also matters. Come back. That's just it. It matters who you're working with.
Yeah. So that side, the other side where it's like it shouldn't be traumatizing. They have a lot more patients that are non-Asian, so they
maybe not used to. Well, and actually, like even in the yoga world, stuff like yoga adjustments, some people love them. Some people are like, push me deep. It feels really good. Feels great. For other people, even if it's not a deep yoga adjustment, they just don't want anyone touching them in class.
Yeah. So it's like all different preferences, for sure.
Well, and actually, like some of our experience with the medicinal side, like more Ayurvedic side of yoga, like it's similar. Right, stuff is not necessarily enjoyable.
It's like tough love kind of feeling. It's like it sucks right now, but you're gonna get better.
Well, and we've done Vamadaudi, and like
that is fine. I can do that.
In yoga, there's also these. They're called kriyas,
cleanses.
Meant to be cleanses. And you'll do stuff like you'll drink a bunch of salt water, like cup after cup after cup after cup. I think it's like minimum 9 cups of this salt.
Depends
how
big your stomach is.
I do drink a lot.
Drink 8.
And then you basically do that until your stomach expands, and then it explosively contracts, so you throw up.
But you do it on an empty stomach. You don't eat the night before. Correct. You fast for a while, so it's just water coming back,
cleaning out the lining of your stomach.
But it expands your stomach so that like it gets into all the little crevices, and the salt water kind of like.
So we're describing this. Please don't do it.
Oh yeah, you need to be supervised. Every time we've done it with a teacher,
a master teacher.
Yeah. So
this is not something that we do on our own.
We don't even try to attempt it on our own, even though we've done it enough that we could probably supervise each other.
Could.
But like, nah.
Yeah. I'll wait until we do our next training in India, honestly. Anyways, if you are still here somehow talking, listening to us talk about
random
medicine
stuff we
again,
do to our bodies.
This is 2 lessons in a row that we've done this.
What did we do before?
The egg.
Oh, right. Yeah.
On a happier note,
I have 4 more of those things I need to drink.
Oh, that is not
a happy note. I don't know how I'm gonna. Well, I think this morning is because I try to drink it really fast before class. Mm-hmm. My mom's like, you need to just slowly sip it, which is worse because you really have to taste it. But yeah, my stomach was not happy. It was like, what did you just put in here? This is worse than anything else before.
It's fairly rough.
Yeah, I should go have a toast or something.
Yeah, good idea. Enjoy the rest of your day.
9 people still. I wonder if it's the same 9 or 8 people every day that stays to the end.
Probably. We do appreciate you being here live.
Thank you.
This is the entire purpose behind this giveaway and month-long stuff that we've been working on. We'll continue to look for other giveaways and stuff that we can share with all of you. So stay tuned for that in our future classes.
And thanks for the compliments of the hair. I might need to tie it up when I practice.
Yeah?
Just be able to tie it up.
It's good. I like it.
It's in my face.
I like it. It's very different.
It feels very light.
It's nice to lighten things up.
See you guys on Friday.
Queenie, I need you to shave my head now, okay?
Yep.
Okay, bye.
We'll do it.